I don't know, kind of pushing it. 2, you're gonna lose, or not lose, but you're gonna do bad. So don't do it. Don't do what I did, guys. But before that race, actually, Ronaldo was very, very cool about it. I kind of expected him to be like E and want his spot back and do anything to get it back. But really, he was chill and super awesome about it. He actually, before that race, showed us a way to tighten, or not to tighten, but to activate our core. And the way he told us to do it was like pinch for a while right around our V's, and our abs or our core would activate. And I thought that was very awesome. He was being super nice, and he wasn't being being ferocious and trying to, well, he probably wanted his spot back, but he was being really chill and cool about it, and I appreciate that. So that was the end of the cross country season. So now I'm going to go into PE for the whole 7th grade. I think that's just how I'm going to do PE. I'm going to do it straight shot for each year. So 7th grade, I went into PE. This obviously was around cross country time. Then 2nd semester around track again. So first Pacers for 7th grade, I got 91. So like I said at the beginning, start of each semester isn't always the best. Second one, because 90, I was like, oh shoot, that's not too good. But then the second one, I got 100. I was so ecstatic with that. I got 100. That was such a big deal to me, making it into the triple digits. And once again, I was a class champion. For Pacers. And remember Caesar, guys? Well, Caesar, he was also in that PE class, and he did really good too. He got like mid 60s, and by then got into the 70s, I'm pretty sure. So Caesar, he's an outstanding athlete, and he's a really good friend too. So, 3rd Pacers came along, and I got 101. I could barely improve. I was really struggling to improve. Then 4th one, I got 105. And that was good, but that was worrying me. I barely improved, and I really wanted to improve because I was aiming for the impossible. A school record, which was 125. I was still 20 away from that. So I figured in the 8th grade, I'd probably get it, or the next semester. So I did PE again. I got, for the first one, like 101. And that was the first time for the start of the semester that I got lower than my previous score. So that was making me think, shoot, 100 is absolutely my breaking point. That's when I start to go out. So that was very nerve-wracking and scary. 2nd Pacers, I got like, I don't know, somewhere around there again, like 103 or something. Then the 3rd one, I don't know what I got. I got somewhere around 105. The hundreds were my breaking point then. Then the last one, I barely beat my score and got 107. That was awesome though because I got a new record personally. Now, going on to 8th grade. Just kidding. Cliffhanger. So, now to talk about cross country again, because cross country wasn't over. There was this thing we had called winter cross country. And for winter cross country, a girl that I'm gonna go with her by T. So T, I got really close with her in districts, cross country districts. The race that I did very horrible on, and I actually kind of started to get a crush on her. So it was awesome that T made it to Wintercross too. And for my birthday, she actually gave me a birthday card. First ever girl to do that. And I guess first ever friend to do that. So I was very happy about my birthday card. And she put a lot of time and effort into it. That's the thing that really got me liking her. So T and I did Wintercross, and we had some pretty good times together. And other people I had really good times with, but the most significant times were with T. And some of the times, or some of the really good memories, was when we played Capture the Flag. So we played Capture the Flag a lot for Fun Day Thursday, which in cross country, the normal season, we had Fun Day Fridays. But cross country for Wintercross ended on Thursdays. So we did Fun Day on Thursdays. And Capture the Flag was really fun and I guess funny, because whenever one of us would get captured in the jail, the other one would go to rescue them. And at that time, I had very long hair. Then came the first race of Wintercross, which was Nike. There we go, Nike. Nike Cross was the first one. And the Nike Cross was very, very awesome because it was pretty much Bob Furman in winter, just by a different name. And I don't know if Bob Furman still paid for that. He might have. Maybe for the fall he did his name, then Nike did the title or the name for the winter. It was still awesome though, but I didn't really do too well that race. And really, winter, I kind of started to slip. And that's always what happens. Winter, I start to get a little bit slower, and it's not normally my season. But Braden, another guy on my cross-country team, he strives in the winter. And I'll just draw him like this because he's kind of like a robot with his running form. But he's awesome. Okay. And he was actually like 5th JV most of the season. And that was pretty good. He was right around where I was, except I was a little bit ahead of him. He was a 6th grader that season, and he was just starting to find his potential, just like me. So, Braden, he did really awesome in the winter. He strived, just like I said. And he, normally in practices, he'd finish like a quarter of a mile ahead of me. That's how good he was in winter. That was pretty much his primal season. So, putting some exposition on him, because he's going to be really, really important later on. And I think after this Wintercross season, I'm going to end part 1 and go on to part 2. So, for Wintercross, Now, moving on to the turkey trot, which was obviously a Thanksgiving race. Now, this race was very, very important to me because, well, it was a relay race and it was very cool. The people that got closest to their estimated time won. So it wasn't about speed. It was about who could guess the best. And each person ran 2 miles. I was the first leg of my team, and it was actually very cold at the turkey trot. Okay? And that's because, well, 2017 was very cold. At least it wasn't 2016, though, because that was way colder. And I remember running that race, I didn't have anything warm. I just had normal running clothes because I thought, you know what, I could handle this. It's not too cold. And, well, I paid for it in the race. But I still finished strong and got like 13 minutes. And then after that leg, T, good thing I didn't say her full name, because there's a few people, I don't think they'd exactly want me to say their full name. So T and I got hot cocoa and sat at a bench. And that was very awesome for me. Still, me with super long hair. Her, well, T's a girl, so of course she's gonna have at least somewhat long hair. Normally. So we got hot cocoa and sat at a bench together. I really hope I don't say her name. Because, well, I really hope I don't say her name. Just like E. So, T and I, like I said, she wrote me that birthday card, right? And I wrote her one too. And she loved it. Okay, she was super excited about it, and she actually really likes the candy Twizzlers. And I took note of that. I think it was because Halloween, I was super kind to everybody, and I gave a lot of my really close friends this candy, this candy bag or whatever. And I remember her saying she really liked Twizzlers. So, she really liked the Twizzlers and the nice stuff I wrote about her. And, yeah, that day was awesome. She also looked really, really pretty that day. I don't know why. She was just in normal running clothes, but somehow I was attracted to those running clothes. And her. I'm recording right now.
I need your help.
Right now? Because I'm recording a video, sis. Could I come back later, please? I'm almost done with part 1.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, that was the turkey trot. Me and T had a really good time, and yeah, it was awesome. Because, well, at least right now, she's pretty much the girl of my dreams. But just a friend, because, well, that's pretty much what we agreed on. So, we're friends, but super awesome friends, and I really like her. So, I think I'm going to leave the video off on that, and see you guys. Oh, wait, I've still got California! And then I'll end it. So, California, the last race that I'm going to explain in this video. Star rep by that. you guys get the joke. So California is, I look forward to that race all the time. For California, we go to the Foot Locker, which I actually made a video all about California. Well, not all about it. Our hotel room. Oh, wait. That's football, not Foot Locker. The Foot Locker. And the Foot Locker race was held on Mount Sac. And that is a very, very steep and hard course. And California race was a 5K. My first ever time doing a 5K. Almost done, sis. Just give me like 2-3 more minutes. So, California's not just awesome because of the race, but because I spend a lot of bonding time with my friends and my coach. Or I should say coaches. Coach Falks and Oni. And Falks is also a really awesome coach. Last year in California, I lost my wallet, and that was very bad. But I lost my wallet, and I was just saying I was fine and I wasn't hungry, which I wasn't really too hungry. I was just fine. But at one of the airports at Las Vegas, when we were flying back home, he got me a sandwich. And that was totally unexpected and awesome. So that just goes to show how awesome Coach Falks is and Oni. And yeah, that's why California is so awesome, because I get a lot of bonding time with those people that I practice with and that I'm very, very close with. Now, jumping into the actual race. Gonna kind of draw out the course. So, start line, let's draw the mountain. Then I guess I'm gonna have to draw kind of like a holographic thing. And then, so here's how it went. Went up here, 2 laps around here, and then we went up this very high mountain, came shooting back down. Then we went up Poop Out Hill, and that is the toughest part of the race. Pretty much one of the steepest hills you could go up, and it was after like a mile or so already. So we were all very exhausted, and I'm not just saying my team, everyone. It was a very tiring race because it pretty much was all mountains. So then we went over here to the last hill, which was probably the highest. Then we went all the way down and went into the parking lot and finished straight, like a straight 200, 100 meters left. So it was a very rough course. And so Oni, he was actually my teacher this year. And right now, I just graduated the 8th grade. I'm in my summertime. And he wanted to know my 5K time. And I've only ever done California. And I did that course twice. And I told him first of all, my time for my first year in California was 24:20 or 30, I think.
Are you done yet?
Almost. And then my second year, I got 22 minutes flat. And then I was very excited with that time. But for a freshman, it didn't seem too good. But like I said, I talked to Oni. He told me that I kind of had to work on that time in the nicest way possible. But then he realized that I was talking about California. And he was like, dude, don't go off of that race. That's like one of the hardest 5Ks you could ever do. Really, really hard. peers in his classroom. So yeah, he told me that that was a very rough race, and I shouldn't go off of it. So, yeah, that I actually first day of running for the summer, I ran 7.2 miles or whatever, and for my last 3.6 miles, because I broke it up into two, I ran that. Well, I put that into a 5K time for what I ran, and I averaged out like an 8:05 of every single mile, and that converts into just about a that converts into a 21:15. So even after running all those miles, I beat my 5K time of 22. So that just goes to show how hard that course is. And I can't wait till my freshman year. And I think that's the end of part 1. So I'm going to go on to part 2 and probably upload that later. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.